Oosh, I forgot my mic. God, I do not know why I keep doing this, like forgetting the mic. This is so annoying, but that's okay. I'm so hot, but we're here. I wanted to come on live today. I didn't have it planned, but I really wanted to come on live today because today in the United States is Thanksgiving Day. And it's kind of like it's so weird because while I was getting myself ready, I almost choked up, right? I almost choked up while I was getting myself ready because I started to think about my aunt because this is a holiday that we celebrated a lot with her. So I didn't think that it was going to make me so emotional, like extremely emotional, but it did. And the reason that I really wanted to come on live and hopefully people join the live is because I remember that it was really like a holiday that I didn't like. It was Thanksgiving. If you are not from the US, it's one of the biggest holiday. I actually believe that it's a holiday that's bigger than the Christmas holiday because it's like I remember just this morning, even last night, I could remember I remember the euphoria, like people flying, like this. It's a huge holiday. Like they usually will give you from Wednesday afternoon, and you're not. Oh, thank you for liking from Wednesday afternoon, and you're not going to come back. Back to work until Monday, and then tomorrow morning it's Black Friday. So I remember that holiday, but it was one of the holidays that was just I hated it. Okay, I hated that holiday because I always felt that my family wasn't here. I didn't have my parents. I had my brothers and sisters, but it was just never, I hated it. I remembered my first holiday, the first boyfriend that I had, his entire family was in the US, his mom, his dad, his sisters. And it was so big for them, everybody would be there. But I just, for me, it was like, oh my God, this was the worst holiday. So this is why I said I really want to come on live because a lot of the times for people who don't have any family members or for people who just don't get along with their families, it's kind of like you really want to, you kind of are alone, you're all alone. So I was like, you know what, it would be a good time to come on live with people, to talk, to vibe with people. It's already late in the afternoon, so I'm assuming that everybody is like right into the whole, holiday vibe. My godmother called me already 3 times this morning, but I was so like busy, I didn't have the chance to talk to her. So this morning, so many people were going live, cooking dinners and stuff like that. But I know that a lot of people don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I know that for a lot of people, it's also a sad time. Maybe you lost a loved one. Maybe your family is not with you, especially for my Haitian people who are dispersed, for my Haitian people who had to leave like two years ago, 1 year ago. It's kind of like your family, maybe your family, or you have like your kids in Haiti and you are now in the US, and people never go down to understanding how people feel. Like I remember my brother-in-law saying to me that when he was living in the United States, every holidays he just locked himself up. Like Christmas holiday, he always just stayed to himself and he locked himself in. And as an immigrant, if I had to go back to remembering, I just really it was one of those holidays that I didn't like. So that's why your girl is online because I was like, you know what? Maybe one of you, two of you, three people, even if you don't join the live right now, maybe afterward, maybe if you're going to work, if you're picking up more hours and you decide to go to work, maybe this would be a spot for you to come to vibe with me, to chill with me. I should have probably let you know like yesterday on the community guidelines that I was going to come on live. But I don't know why I didn't do that. Maybe because I felt like I wasn't sure if I was going to be on live with you guys. But I love the scenery. You guys know that if anything, I am a Libra and I just love scenery. I love beautiful scenery. A lot of the time when I'm done doing the live with you guys, I go back, I watch them, I listen to them, I pay attention to try to figure out, okay, if the setting was good. And I like the walls here, but I feel like this is nicer. It's gonna be more pleasant. I don't push myself all the way in the back because there's like neighbors over there, and I don't really want neighbors. By the way, I am going to be eating for today. I have a little piece of cake, so yeah. So the room is kind of quiet because I'm assuming that people who are in the United States are fully into their Thanksgiving mode. I had a lot that I really wanted to talk about for today. So it's probably going all over the place. It's definitely not going to be politics. It's mostly going to be social, and it's going to be just kind of like things that I have observed, right? One of the things that I talk about a lot with, holidays and celebration and the Haitian, I remembered, like, if I have to go back, oh, this is bringing me back deep into memory lanes. I remembered, right, the Haitian community in the US, especially like in the north side, they blend in pretty fast with the American culture, in my opinion. Meaning that Thanksgiving, they celebrate Thanksgiving and they make it big. Haitian people, like all Caribbean people, love festivities and they make it really, really big. But for someone who is now living in Haiti and who mostly celebrate Haitian holidays, it's kind of weird to me how the Haitian community, once they leave Haiti, they don't uphold the same standard. For example, the Jewish community celebrate their Jewish tradition. They celebrate their Jewish holiday. You know what? It's really important for us to talk about that because we're going to touch and dive on. I didn't think it was going to be such a serious live, but hey, it's me. We're going to touch on power in communities, right? How a community is powerful, how you sit in that power. Because as a Haitian woman and as a woman who now embodies everything about her, right? So when you think about it, the Jewish people celebrate their Jewish holiday. Okay, the live just stopped. Hopefully it's not gonna do this anymore. Otherwise, I'm gonna reposition. I think I should be good. But we were talking about the Jewish community, and I was letting you know that the Jewish community, one of the things that make them extremely powerful is because they uphold their own standard. So you're not gonna see a Jew celebrate a holiday that has nothing to do with them in the country of, like, let's say in the US, right? A Jew is not going to celebrate something that is not of them. Also, someone who's from any country where it's like mostly Muslim, even when it's kind of like the new generation would want to celebrate it, the older generation, they still uphold their own tradition. They still uphold like what they had in their country. And this is why those communities are so powerful and those communities continue to grow. When you think about, when I think about the Haitian community, it's a community like the international community. Even when you think about the youth, people who only grew up in the United States, they don't even know about the Haitian tradition. They don't even know about the Haitian holidays. They don't, unless it's like May 18, which is all everybody knows is Flag Day, January 1st, which is like Independence Day, but all the other celebrations, Haitian kids, they don't celebrate that. And that's what makes you very weak as a community. That's what makes you very, very weak as a nation. And I think it was on the youth agency that I brought it out. I think it was either it was a conversation series that I was having, or it must have been a video. I can't recall. But I was specifically sharing to you guys that um when you really think about it, for someone that is like of Haiti, it's kind of like once you leave Haiti, you don't have anywhere to go to really uphold your Haitian heritage. Even when I see slowly certain things being done, but it's kind of like it's a disconnect as a community that is so powerful, right? It's a disconnect as a community that is so powerful. Like this morning, even today, like I said, if anything, no matter what, I am so thankful and grateful to be in my country, because I know that there are so many people who left Haiti in the quest of looking for a better life. And even when things felt hard, even when things felt, oh my God, like, am I really going to go through that? Even when things felt like, hard, when you're not in your country, you feel it, you miss home. And even now, a lot of people for the last 3 years would want to come home, and they don't have a place to come home. Like right now, if I was not in Haiti and I was in the United States, I would have probably just gone and do a lot of work in the homeless shelter. I would have probably, like, cook something. I would probably be being in the church, because if you really are part of certain church congregation, they have Thanksgiving dinners for people. They have turkey, they have food there for people. But it's like it's so, I don't know, it's so weird, like how as an immigrant you may feel. And some of you may be living in the United States for 20 years and you just never take on to a holiday from the United States, because that's just not you. You understand what I mean? If it's not you, it's not for you. And some of those holidays, I remember that I just never, absolutely never took well to them. I never took well to them. And I never took well to them because it's just not you. It's not for you. It's not your holiday. You don't feel, you're not like, maybe when you're a lot younger, you go with the flow, but as you're really seeking your culture, it just doesn't add up. It really doesn't. And now just thinking back, whew, I feel so much better. I feel so much lighter. I feel so much fresher. Even when, right, they have us going around, they have us running around like a chicken with our head cut off, not knowing if we're coming or going. Today, I have a very special thoughts to all of my Haitian people who are displaced, because even when you're, if if you live in your country was involuntarily, even when you are living in the United States, right? If you live in your country was involuntarily, then somewhere, somehow, you're not okay. So, this live today, I just really wanted to kind of like give my thoughts to my Haitian people that are displaced. A lot of people from Palestine, Gaza, so many things happening in the world. So many people flooding to, countries like Europe, countries in Europe to find a better life. Like, I don't know, today made me feel very emotional. Today made me feel extremely emotional because, even when I think about my own sister, she's not with her children. Her children flew 2 years ago because of the situation here in Haiti. And this morning she woke up, she probably feels a certain type of way, the displacement of families, right? When you think about that, I feel bad for you guys. I miss you guys. Like, I really do. Like, I don't even want to think. Why did I have to do this live? This is not this is really not a very cheerful life, because it's kind of like the more that I think about things, the more that I'm in my mind. It's like, I even just today, when I was getting ready, I remembered some people never celebrate any holidays in the United States, right? Because it's a time where you pick up more hours. I remember how, like, living in the United States, every day felt like every day. Whereas when you live in a country, when you live in the Caribbean, right? it's kind of like there is a difference in every single day. So from Monday to Friday, it's kind of like the whole busiest days, like kids going to school, people going to work, and the evening there's another flow. And then on Sunday, it's just rest time for us. And then December was one of the best time in a country like Haiti where you could come and have fun. This was around the time. Remember, like I used to tell you about everything that went down. Like December was a time where everybody, hey boo, December was a time where everybody came home. And when you think about it, a lot of people feel nostalgic, probably a lot of my Haitian people, you feel really nostalgic because you feel like, damn, like you want to be home, right? You want to be at home, you want to be with your family. I remember that. I remember the last time that I was in the United States and I was coming back to Haiti. And it's like, I kid you not, I felt there were times and moments where I just literally could even smell the country. I'm not even kid you like that. I was in Boston and I could just smell the country and all I wanted was to come home. So I know how you guys feel. It's still no flights, right? It's still no flights. I did see that I think Trent, you have a couple of flights that people can for people who are wanting to come to IT. There are what is it called? I think it's called Trends Airway, which is like mainly I think it's like a Haitian airline, and then you have JetBlue and Nice Energy Body. Thank you, Boo. Thank you. So you have you could go. I think for what is it called? Is it Trans Airway or something? The way that they have the flights going right now, they have it that you can. It's not a direct flight from the United States with them, but it's a flight. For example, if you were in the USA, you would have to fly to one of the islands. I think you would have to fly for either Guadeloupe, Saint Martin, and they have another one. So you would have to fly to one of those islands, and then they would actually fly you from that island to Cap Haitian. Now, hopefully, you're not planning to come to Port-au-Prince because going into Port-au-Prince is kind of like you would need a helicopter. That's the only way because there are like it's a lot going on, right? The airport is closed. There are no planes, and I didn't check for the money, but I'm guessing that it would be a pretty penny. But this is just in case because I know how I used to be when I lived in the United States. Nobody could tell me anything. When it was time to come home, it was just time to come home. So this is just for those of you who probably feel like, okay, I don't want to be over there. Like I want to come home. Backyard but games or anything. I want to come home. So if you want to come home, you can come home. I really miss you guys. Like I know the situation. Even when I come here and I joke and I say certain things, I know that it's not pleasant. You know what I mean? They don't have us in any pleasant situation. They have they have entire families. Like it's so bad. You know, people being one way, their kids being in another way. I still have family members who are leaving both parents, living in the US, and their kids are still in Haiti. This is a complete mess, right? Not to think about probably some people that are in a shelter or they don't have anywhere to be. So anyway, this live is dedicated to you because I know the situation and Thanksgiving is supposed to be a very joyous moment, a very fun moment. But is it is it fun? Is it joyous? Is Christmas fun? Is Christmas joyous? And you know, with us here, you probably have people who are planning to fly out, go spend some time with their kids, but they can't. You can't do that. Mm. Anyways, it's 20 minutes in. I don't see many people. I'm going to log off because I actually have to film some videos. So It's Thanksgiving, so people are probably with families. That's probably what happened. I should have probably like let you come on live early in the morning. But the reality is like I took forever to get ready. hmm I woke up early, but I took forever to get ready. Mm. But do I miss the food and Thanksgiving? Mm-mm. I don't miss anything. I do not. This was not a holiday. That even when I had a lot of my friends, they would always invite me, come be with them, come be with their families. A lot of my friends, they were really nice, and it just was one of those holidays that it's just you're not happy because you don't have your family members around. But I remember this one Thanksgiving where my aunt had invited my uncle. My uncle used to live in Springfield, Massachusetts, so he wasn't so far away. I think he was like about 45 minutes away from us. So my aunt had invited him. My brother was at home, and she made turkey legs. Oh my! This was the holiday where it's it. This was the holiday where I got tore up. Okay, I'm talking about I got drunk. Oh my God, I would never forget. So my aunt invites my uncle, and I decide to go get the drinks. I decide that I would be the person who would provide the drinks. You know those big bottle of wine, not the long ones, but the round ones. So I get there and I purchased a big bottle of wine, but I also purchased some cognac for myself. I purchased some Courvoisier for myself. And I purchased the Courvoisier for myself, and I also purchased the wine. And while my aunt is sitting, so that's the day before Thanksgiving. So we are on a Wednesday. So my aunt is getting, the meat prepared and certain ingredient prepared, so that the next day she doesn't have too many things to do. I never forgot that day. My brother was in his room. At the time, the internet wasn't big like that. Technology wasn't big. So I'm sitting at the computer desk and I'm listening to a live band from Haiti. I'm listening to this band called Karimi from Haiti, and that I have the headphones on, so I'm like totally in my music, and I start drinking the wine. I start drinking the wine, and I start drinking the wine. But the wine is not doing anything to me, right? So I'm not really feeling like I'm getting any buzz out of those wine. This is why Courvoisier has become one of my favorite drinks, but you gotta go easy on that. So I go and I decide I don't want to drink the wine anymore, but I'm probably at like three glasses, three full or four full glasses of wine. And I decide that, okay, I'm not drinking the wine anymore because I'm not feeling the vibe, right? I'm not feeling the vibe. So I go in the cabinet and I grab the Courvoisier that I have. I pour it and I start to drink it. Now, if you've never had Courvoisier, it's a very, very, very delicious like alcohol. It's cognac. It's nice. I remember when I was buying it, the guy had said to me, because I was like, you know what, I wasn't sure what I wanted to get. And I said to the guy, you know what, I'm really trying to buy something, but I wasn't sure. But at the time, I wasn't really drinking rum. I still don't drink rum. He said, have you ever had some cognac? I said, no, not really. He said, here, you can have it. He said it's cognac. It goes down really smooth because I used to tell him that, like the brown liquor, you can't, like, I can't do too hard liquor. And he said, you're gonna love Courvoisier. He said it's gonna go down very, very nicely. You're gonna enjoy it. And I said, okay. So I picked up the mini bottle. So I'm playing music, man. I'm listening to the music, and I'm not feeling anything. Like nothing is vibing with me. I'm not feeling anything. So I'm like, okay, let me go get the Courvoisier because that's probably gonna give me a kick because the wine is not doing. So I go get the Courvoisier. I go get the Courvoisier and I start to sip on it. Okay, I start to sip on that Courvoisier, and I kid you not, I was sitting on the chair. Thank God. gotta get drunk once or twice in life. Thank God that we had the carpet all over the spot. Like it wasn't, like we had the carpet. Because I don't know, like I just saw myself. Like I'm sitting in front of the desktop. I kid you, I still remember this to this day. I just saw myself going down on the fucking floor and my aunt screaming out my name. And I just dropped on the floor. Now I remember her calling my brother. She was like, "Vine dem, vine dem, Rebecca tombe, vine dem." My brother got out of his room. He stood in front of me, looking at me on the floor. He said, "No." He said, "No. Kite Rebecca à terre. Rebecca c'est l'embalier. Ouais, Rebecca c'est l'embalier. Rebecca l'embal. Kite Rebecca à terre. Pas level." My poor aunt had to pick me up. I remember that. I remember when she picked me up. And I remember her trying to carry me. But I didn't. I was a big girl. I was not like that. So she's trying to support me so that I could go inside the bedroom. I remember that. But then I remember getting inside the bedroom and I remember I started screaming. I started screaming, screaming, screaming. I was like screaming. Oh my God. And then I remember her saying, I was screaming. And I remember her saying to me, "Femme down." She was like, "Femme down. Femme down." And then I don't remember anything anymore. I don't remember a damn thing. When I woke up, I remember waking up and it was pitch black. And I remember thinking that it was the same day. Comme si m'a leve sou cabana and mwen senti un mauvais scent. Like, mpa senti cabana senti bien même. Et puis, tête mwen fait mal. Like, my head is heavy. And you just out of this world. You're trying to really figure out what the fuck what's going on. And I'm like, so finally, she comes in the room and she says, "Ou leve, ou leve, ou leve." And I'm like, "Oh, good morning, Jean." So I start to ask for my uncle. I'm like, "Where's my uncle?" She looked at me like, "C'est demain nou ye, oui." She was like, "Depuis mercredi wap dormi." Li di, "Non, non, Jean get ale. Jodi a Thanksgiving." Li di, "C'est 10 heures du soir, le fait, oui." So I slept from Wednesday, probably 9 p.m., all the way till Thursday, 10 p.m. Fully, fully, fully drunk, complete drunk, blackout drunk. So I said to her, "What's that smell? Like you smell some. It's a vomit, vomit." I was like, "What?" She was like, "C'est la prière, m'tap la prière pour pas caca sou, oui." I never forgot that till this day. When she was old and we had to wipe her, she was like, "Rebecca, ou doué mon pile." She was like, "C'est la prière, oui." Ou vomi, ou vomi. She was like, she was trying to wipe because I was throwing up so much and I was laying down. So she didn't want me to choke on my vomit. So she had to put me on the side so that I could vomit. But she was like, she was praying to the God because she was like the last thing that she needed was for me to start throwing up and then to start shitting. She was like, "Tukito lang kaka." So this was a Thanksgiving that I just could never forget. Thanksgiving that I got tore up, that I got drunk from drinking wine and switching from the wine. But I had drank a lot of wine. And I just switched up to the Courvoisier. And next thing you know, I was just freaking like on the floor. So once or twice in life, you need to get drunk because it's crazy. But yeah, those are the memories that I cherish. It was one of the Thanksgiving that I remember. It was also like one of the latest Thanksgiving. But also my aunt, she didn't celebrate Thanksgiving like that, like the way that people celebrate. And I relate a lot to her because the both of us are alone women. So now I can understand where it's kind of like it's still a little not the same because I have a lot of networks, but I remember that those holidays she didn't like them as well. She didn't really like them. um she didn't really have fun. She didn't really I don't know if she felt lonely because she would always just be doing her things and around the time that where she was working. But my aunt never was the person who would go to people's house and celebrate with them. All the way at the end of when she retired, she would visit my other aunt who lives in New York because they all grew up together here in Haiti. They lived together here in Port-au-Prince. But that was all the way at the end. And that was like, even so, it took a lot. It took a lot for her to go visit my aunt and to go spend some time with my aunt. She would not really want that. So I understand her. I miss her a lot today. I really do. I really miss her a lot because it's Thanksgiving. And I remember when I first came to Haiti, this was like over 10 years ago. I did celebrate. I used to always want to celebrate, but Thanksgiving is not celebrated here in Haiti. People don't celebrate it. So I don't even know why I try to celebrate it. But, anyways, a lot of people cook a lot of good food. The people that I watched early this morning, they cook a lot of not necessarily not necessarily the big turkey, but turkey legs, you know, turkey wings. The people that I watched online today, they didn't really celebrate like bad big turkey. But anyways, a lot of recipes out. I just wanted to pop up. I wanted to really connect with people. I wanted to say to people that I know, for those of you who don't have your family members with you, for those of you who feel a particular way, for those of you who might just feel like, oh my God, like, I know I understand the loneliness, the pain, that you may feel of the displacement of your families, especially for my people that are from Haiti. So I know that everywhere people are saying Happy Thanksgiving and people feel kind of like good, but it's like so many of us have lost so many people. It's not fun anymore. Even when you think about the holidays coming. I mean, I always celebrate a lot. I don't have any kids or anything like that, so I always kind of like celebrate alone. I do my own thing. I like to be online. There's like a lot of people that I follow. A lot of people do what do you call that? A vlog mass. So and also December is a time where I definitely up my prayer games because it's a lot that you could do in December. So I just really stay to myself and I have my own little stuff going on. But this year, I know that it may be hard. It really may be. And I want you to know that I'm thinking about you. All right. If you don't have any family, if you don't have anywhere to go, right, this Thanksgiving, next year I'm gonna plan to do something live. Just like people are, doing Thanksgiving live. It's not gonna be Thanksgiving, but I want my channel to really kind of like this channel, since it's taking different direction. Let's just say that you don't have anything to do, you don't have anywhere to be, you can be with me. So I'll plan to do stuff for you guys. Right now, the country is still kind of like on lockdown and shutdown mode, so it's not really many things going on. Also for us here in Haiti, it's kind of like blah. Man, just be grateful to be alive if you are alive, because that's the number one thing. Be grateful that you are alive. Be thankful that you have good health. you know, because last year around that time, my aunt was at the hospital. She almost spent 1 month at the hospital. She got in, I think it was like November 11th or something like that. And then she stayed for a week, and then she ended up having surgery. So the entire month of November, we were at the hospital with her, kind of Vivia. So be grateful that you don't have to be in the hospital with a loved one. If you don't, be grateful that if you have family members still around. Um, a lot of us don't. A lot of us have lost one, two, three people. If you are in the US and you don't want to celebrate, that's cool. You don't gotta celebrate. You can just go take a walk. Go have fun. I remember I used to always be in the harbor. If you're in Massachusetts, if you are in Boston, you can just go take a stroll in the harbor. Breathe. Just make sure I know it's cold. Make sure you bundle up and just take a boat trip. Go to Salem. There are a lot of people who just die alone. Like if you don't want to go to another city, if you can't afford it, dine alone, talk to people, have fun. And then tomorrow is going to be what? Black Friday. I still remember those days. Man, it feels like I can't believe it. It feels weird. Like when you think about I live the one lifestyle and I'm living a different lifestyle, and I even feel like I want to live like another lifestyle, right? Because I remember going to Black Fridays. I don't know if you guys do that. We would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, legit 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we would go to those outlets, and then you would buy shit, like buy clothes, buy this. We used to go to the outlets in wild time or wind time. I don't quite remember. I think it's like wild time. And this was where the big deals were going down. This was where you got the boots, you got the coats. This was when you can't get anything because everything is half off. It's a lot of deals. It's a lot of stuff. But me, I remember those rides. We would be there like for hours. We would be there for hours on freaking traffic, just waiting, waiting, and waiting and waiting on freaking traffic, right? We would be there for hours. Oh my God. No te pa. You gotta leave. Some people have not lived, but you gotta leave. No te pa. No te pa. Wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But it was the whole like euphoria. That's what we did. Get up, go buy. This was where you could, like, let's just say that if you wanted to change your house, you wanted to change your kitchen, you wanted to change your living room, you wanted to change everything. This was the time to do it because everything. This was the time to do it because everything was just half off. You got a lot of deals. That's one thing about the United States. Like if you really are looking for a country like that, that's one thing. I have yet to go to countries in Asia, like visit China and see how they do it. But the US, this is a country you got to say God bless the United States, because if you live in the United States, just please understand that, say God bless, because it's it. When I think about Haiti not having legit anything for us, and it's kind of like, give me a shout out. What's up? What's up? What's up? How do I say your name? Sartak? Sartak? Is that it? How do I say your name? He said, give me a shout out. So I remember those, so just be grateful if you are living in the United States. Don't look at it like, oh my God. Like try to see, for example, if you guys are going to Black Friday tomorrow morning, or if you have ordered things, me, if I was living in the United States, this would be the time where I order a lot of stuff. Plus, I can only imagine, like, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to jump on TikTok. Over there with TikTok shopping them, it's a killer game. By the way, I am so like lazy with these things because I am approved to be an affiliate with TikTok Shop, and I need to start doing the videos for them. But with it, I have so many things going on. That's why I haven't done so. I need to do so. So If you are buying stuff, I would buy a lot of things to resell, to be very honest. Like, buy as many things as you want, not for you, but to resell. Especially for people in Haiti, like right now, if I could get somebody to sell me like equipment, tech stuff, I still have a lot of nail stuff, but nail stuff, what else would I want for people to sell me? Like hair stuff, hair product. Um, what else would I want for people to sell me? Like house stuff, house stuff. I'm your favorite subscriber. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. If you are, thank you. Thank you. Bizu, 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 bizu. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, my love. I'm your favorite. Thank you, baby. Thank you. So like these were the things. So if you are, there's this guy that I follow a lot. I'm not gonna say his name, but he just does like boxes of things. Like you gotta be creative. You gotta be creative. Next year I'm just really gonna be a lot creative, and since Trump is getting in, there's a lot of other things that I'm thinking. But I don't know about TikTok because I heard that they're supposed to cancel in January for people who live in the United States. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true. You let me know because that would be fucked up. Like so many people making like a good type of money. And this is the thing with the US, they always gotta fuck up shit because it's like so many people making money off TikTok, TikTok shop, TikTok this, Tik TikTok that. I wish I was your friend. Thank you. You are my friend. In my heart, you are my friend. Okay, you are my friend. I mean, I love that because there's a lot of things that I need. I need the other, what do you call this thing? The tripod, but the moving tripod. I need that. I need clothes. Oh my God. I ordered so many clothes and I ordered them since the beginning of November and I still can't even receive them because of the way Haiti is. So finally I contacted the lady 1 month to receive the clothes. Thankfully, when I placed the order, I placed and not even a lot, like but enough, right? Not even thinking that we were going to have this problem because you see how long I placed the order since the beginning of November. And finally, I was talking to the lady this week, and I said, "When am I going to receive?" She said, "Next week, Monday or Tuesday, the clothes is supposed to come." Say, Sir Jay is my best friend. Also, come to India. Okay, I will come to India. I would love to visit India. I would love to visit India because I've read the book Eat, Pray, Love. It's a great book. I have a review on this channel on that book. And, it feels like when the lady was talking about India in that book, it felt like, India was the place to be. India, I want to visit India. And I also just followed this page. It's called Sadvic as in SATVIC movement. Sadvic movement, and it's teaching you about how to properly eat. And I love it. Check it out if you guys. So yeah, I want to come to India. Visit your friend when you come to India and bring me that book. Thank you. I will. You should let me know when I come to India. Where should I go? Should I go into the city? Where's the place that I should? Which place should I visit? And I will buy you the book. Don't worry. I'll buy you the book and I will hopefully like send it to you if you give me an address or something. You can email me youthagentsyinternational@gmail.com. I always answer my email. And if you email me, thank you, Daisy. You sweet. Oh, my love. Of course. My pleasure. My pleasure, babe. You here with me. Why not? So I'll buy the books for you and I'll send it to you. It's a great book. I love it. I have a review on it, but it talks about that lady who was married and she had everything. She had the good husband. She didn't have any children yet. The both of them were living the American dream, and she just was not happy. She was not happy. The guy didn't do anything to her. The guy was still Jadi, starting already. I'm going to check that book out today. Oh, okay. It's called Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. Elizabeth Gilbert is the author. It's a great book. And then it's kind of like halfway, she's just not happy. So I think she was in her 30s and she's not happy. She doesn't want, I think it's in my sister's room because that's my sister's book. I could quickly go look. You can check on it, but I could go look in the room in her library to check for you. It's such a good book. I love it. Actually, now that I said it to you, I'm gonna reread it because it's such a self. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I see it. Well, well, well. There you have it. I told you we had it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Now you made me feel like I want to read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Great book. You're back. Yes, I went to get the book for you. Eat, Pray, Love. Great book. So she's in her mid 30s. There you have. She has, I'll read the back. It says, in her early 30s, Elizabeth Gilbert had everything. A modern American woman was supposed to want a husband, country home, successful career. But instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, she felt consumed by panic and confusion. This wise and rapturous book is the story of how she left behind all these outward marks of success and of what she found in their place. Following a divorce and a crushing depression, Gilbert set out to examine three different aspects of her nature set against the backdrop of three different cultures: pleasure in Italy, devotion in India, and on the Indonesian island of Bali, a balance between worldly enjoyment and divine transcendence. You know what? Thank you so much. I am all right. I'm gonna block him. Okay, so since I kept telling you, I'm gonna put you on a timeout. All right, there you have it on a timeout. Thank you, Boo. So or I'll just let me see what you said. I hope I get this in my place, or I'll just read it online. Yeah, great book. Pick it up. It's. I'm so happy that you told me to visit India, and I told you about the book, and that now I feel like okay, this it's such a good book. It's a self discovery book, and this is a book now that we are in the subject of Thanksgiving and everything. Sometimes in life, it's like certain things are just not for you. This is what I was telling you guys earlier. I was telling you guys that, yeah, a lot of people would have looked at me crazy. A lot of people still look at me crazy, like, well, you in Haiti, you got a American passport. I'm glad you feel like reading the book again. I will. So thank you, babe. This is why you see you helped me because I was not thinking about that. But it's a great book. I have another book that I don't know if you're gonna. It's called Movement of Karma by Don Clitandre. If you're interested, I'm a reader, so I'm so happy that I get to talk to you about that. If you're interested, Movement of Karma. Oh my God, this year in the youth agency, I definitely am planning to do a teaching of a writing class. Like I'm planning to provide a writing class through the youth agency, and I really want the author of Movement of Karma to any good books, tell me about it. Okay, give me a second. 1 second. All right. I'm back. You got to get this book. It's called Movement of Karma. Oh my God, this has been my companion when my aunt left me. Oh, this is so good. I love your energy. I hope you blow up. Oh, thank you, Boo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. I got this book. The author sent it to me in 2015. You got to get this book, Movement of Karma, Don Clitande. This is poor. It's like, ooh, the writing, the style, the, oh my God, just when after my aunt died and after the burial, so when it's kind of like it's setting in that the person is dead, if you look, like, I lost so much weight. I was not eating. I couldn't eat. There was like from the last 2 weeks of September until mid October, late October, probably like around October 25th, I never ate. Hi, Daisy, looking beautiful as, oh, my love. Hi, happy Thanksgiving, booby. Hi, Lorda. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. God bless you, my love. God bless you, babe. I'm so happy you caught the live. I was just getting ready to be out. I've been here for almost an hour. So I'm talking about my books. I have a friend here. So I'm telling her about my book. So yeah. So when my aunt died, I just never ate. I couldn't eat. Like, I couldn't eat. And I was looking for comfort. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't, I didn't want people around me. I didn't want to be online. I didn't want to talk to people. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. I didn't want to talk to people. And I was thinking about something that could comfort me. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, wow, I need something. Thank you, my love. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Thank you so much. So I was thinking about something that could comfort me, like, and I remembered that book. I remembered Movement of Karma. So I picked it up. But I'm a fast reader. So I can read a book in one day. I could read this in 2 days. Like, if I'm not doing anything for the day, I could read this in one day. And I've read it before. I've read it like 2 or 3 times, but I'm a fast reader. So this time around, what I did with it is like I read one chapter every day before I got up. Like, it's on my nightstand right there. So when I would get up, before I got out of the room, before I connected with anyone, I just picked up the book. And I would sit, it would be like, and I read it. Great book. And with every chapter, the author is amazing. He is an introvert. How many hours do you read in a day? Well, unfortunately, I don't read as much as I used to read, especially fiction book, because of the internet, and I have to stop that. Usually back in the days when I used to be on my reading game, I would read about 2 to 3 books a week. That's how fast. And the hours varied because if I was reading thriller or whatever, if the book was catching, I would just be reading. And you know what? Actually, maybe that I'm gonna be doing that for the month of December. So for any reader who watch me, or for anybody who wants to up their game and who wants to read, we could do book reading on here. I don't have a problem. I like that. I love to read. We could do book reading here. So usually, Sartak, usually it would be like back in the days when I used to read, it would be like I would read 12 hours in a day. But now it's like I don't. I read this book. I took my time with it. Book reading seems like a good idea. Yes, you should. You should do a book club. Oh, you give me good ideas. Yes. Well, that's fine. I would love to do a book club, and I haven't bought books in forever, and I haven't even done review here. So we should do a book club. Like, would you guys want a book club, and then we could do live, where we could talk about the book on live? But you guys would have to, you know, I could post like You tell me how you want it. Like I could say, okay, how many books you guys want to read, and we pick and choose the book that we're going to read, and then we debate it, and then we talk about it. I would love that. This would be, oh my god, this would just be amazing because I'm getting my reading there, and your life is going to blow up. Thank you, my love. God bless you for saying that. I hope so. I want to be rich. I want to be super rich. Like I want to be so rich. Okay. Yes, guys. So get this book. Okay. This is a great book. It's been my companion. And you see, I'm still chapter 12 and it's been over 2 weeks. I don't want to finish it. I don't want to finish it at all. You become rich after this. Remember, thank you, baby. Thank you. Yes. Every chapter he has the a design. Now, this is him, right? So for every chapter, these books are so amazing. People don't read these. This is the author. This is the author. And this is like movement of karma is his journey. And I wish that he kept writing because he hasn't wrote any book, written any book. He's on my Instagram page. He's very introvert. I've invited him to join the conversation series many times, but he actually called me and he said he doesn't like people like that. That's a great idea. I love that book club format, and you will receive all the blessing that God has in store for you. Thank you, Lorda. Thank you so much for saying that. I love you, babe. I love you. I've missed you, but I hope everything is well with you. Yeah, thank you so much. He will join you someday. I hope so. And then this book is his journey. Like, I wanted him to come and I will watch that video. Thank you, love. I wanted him to come on the conversation series because he's actually dyslexic. And his first book, which is called Exile to Brooklyn, it's a story of an immigrant child who left Haiti and who went to the United States and all that he had to adjust to. But the formatting and I feel I wanted him to come because I'm a woman and I give a lot of perspective, but I still give perspective from a woman's point. A lot of time when you are able as a man to communicate with a community, that's why I have a lot of male guests in my series because I have a lot of male friends. I have a lot of male acquaintances and it makes a difference when you can hear perspective from men, when men can tell you and his writing style, it's amazing. And one of the things that because when he called me, I was like, because I told you the conversation series, I really do it for myself as well because I want to learn from people. So I remember when we were talking to each other and I said, your writing flows. It's like poetry. You write like you write poetry. And I said, why is that? Why is that you writing like this? And then that's when he said to me, he said, you know what? I really never paid attention to what you just said. And then he said, maybe it's my dyslexia. Maybe it's the way that I process words and the way that I read. And I remember in his first book, he was talking about how he was in school here in Haiti, and the teachers would scream at him. The teachers would say certain things. Bye, Daisy. It's 2 a.m. here. I need to sleep. Bye, Booby. Thank you. Don't forget to get the book, okay? Get the book, my love. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for stopping by at 2 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, babe. Bye. Have a good night. Love you. So, yeah. So, the author was saying how when he was in Haiti, he was in school and the teachers would scream at him, the teachers would beat him because they thought that he was, a good thing, like he didn't want to learn, but it was a movement of karma. I would check it out. Thank you, my love. Yes, Don Clitande. That's the author, Don Clitande. Have a beautiful day. God bless. And subscribe to the channel and be here. I love you. Thank you, babe. So yeah, so he said that nobody knew what was the problem. Like they didn't like he couldn't read. And I remember in the first book, Exile to Brooklyn, he was saying that he was reading backwards. And another person that I know said the same thing. Me pa nan zon la Sirel. Sorry, my sister. I asked her. Yeah, I did. Okay, will be. Bye bye, Shiggy. So I forgot. I get so distracted. Yes, so I was telling you about like he was telling me like when you're dyslexic, you read it's kind of like you read backward. So you're not reading the way people well, I don't want to say the way people are reading because it's like I mean, listen, people read however you read, but it's kind of like when I read that first book of his, it was so important to me because you grow up in a country, even with me, like the Asian people can be so hard when they are teaching you, teachers, administrators. It's like they don't know any other style or method of teaching but a very hierarchic, traditional, harsh. So think about that. It wasn't until he came to the United States that they figured out that he was dyslexic. And that's when I think that he said he started to receive some support and everything flew. He is an incredible writer. But when you think about it, it's like if he had evolved in a country like Haiti, he would have not been a writer because it's like he probably would have failed school if he had continued living in the United States. So if you guys are interested, get his book. He only wrote that I know of two books. So Exile to Brooklyn and then Movement of Karma. And I did ask him if he has another book that he's writing. He told me not yet. He said that he hasn't really been writing. He is married and he has a child. I think his youngest child is 5 years old. But I love this author. Like his writing is just amazing. Someone that I know that had introduced me to him. So I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna come back when I'm done with this book, and we're gonna talk about it. This is an amazing book. I read it in 2 days, and that was over 10 years ago. I have a review on this channel if you want to check it out. But I'm gonna do something different because the ladies here have given me some good ideas. So I'm gonna read this, and then when I'm done reading this, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna announce it on the community, and I'm gonna do a review on live of that particular book. I think it would be great for me to read it right now. I think it would be great. So it's already 1 hour. I kind of feel like the dogs are starting already. I kind of feel like I want to go. Happy Thanksgiving from Indonesia, baby mama. Happy Thanksgiving, baby daddy. You guys are funny. Happy Thanksgiving, baby. Happy Thanksgiving to you, baby daddy. It's good to see you. So there's something that I'm going to talk about. Hopefully the dogs shut up. But I wanted to make a video about it, but we're going to talk about it. You guys know that I'm 41 years old, right? And I wanted to talk about the 40s. I wanted to talk about being in my 40s, how I feel. Because I remember when I was in my 30s, oh my God, when I was turning 30, oh, I hated it. The 30s were not especially the early 30s, from 30 all the way to 35, 36. Whew, not the best. Not the best. And I think it's because society places so much pressure on certain things that you need to either have or where you need to be in life when especially when you're 30. They're looking at it like when you're 30 you like 60. And oh my God, this is so far from the truth. So for anyone come to Indonesia, beautiful girls, I will. So I will be. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna take it as a sign. First of all, I see this girl here who tells me to come to India. Then Ryan tells me to come to Indonesia. Ryan, I will come. I will be taking the trip that Elizabeth Gilbert took. So I will go to two countries. If anybody comes here from Italy tells me to come to Italy, we're gonna make it a three country type of thing, because I'm gonna take it as a sign that the universe wants me to go to Indonesia and the universe wants me to come to India. So yes, yes, baby, I will be in Indonesia. I'll probably go to Bali because Bali is popular, and I think that's where she went. Yeah, she went to Bali. So I'll probably go to Bali, Ryan. I'll go to Bali and then I'll go to India. But for India, I'll do like a retreat. Yeah, I will come. I will come. So, guys, I was telling you about the 30s. The 30s, the early 30s. The early 30s were horrible. All right, oh, wait. Thank you, babe. They were horrible because I was asking a lot of questions. If you don't know, this was still around the time. Yes, Bali is specific tourism there. Is there any other place that I could visit outside of Bali? Like, because I would love to go to Bali, but personally, I don't like to visit country or places in a country where it's like that's all you see. You know, I would love to have a different experience if I go to Indonesia. So outside of Bali, where can I go? Where do you think I could go outside of Bali? You know, maybe I could go there. Bali is nice, don't get me wrong, but like you said, it's big for tourism. So I'd like to really get the whole Indonesian like experience. This is why when people tell me that they want to come to Haiti, I'm not gonna send you places where it's kind of like, you know, I want to really infuse myself with the Indonesian lifestyle life. Even if we do nice things, but I really so suggest a place for me to go. Anyway, so I was telling you the 30s. The 30s were I didn't like the early 30s. It was painful. I didn't know if I was in the right direction with my life. You know, I felt that, you know, kind of the way she felt, kind of the way she felt like you're just not happy. You're not fulfilled. You know, I didn't know if I was coming or going. All I wanted to do was be in Haiti. But, you know, you hear talks from naysayers, you hear talks from parents, woo, people criticizing, people always having something to say. And it's like you can't hear your own thoughts. You can't hear your own mind. So even when you probably were watching me on YouTube and I was doing this and I was doing that, it was very confusing for me because it was like I was very aggressive also around that time because I was fighting. Like I always felt like I had to defend myself, like I had to defend my position. So I wasn't sitting in that comfortability that I wasn't. The noise that you hear is like I think it's police officers training, so don't worry about that. So I wasn't really in that, and around that time, you know, like there is a way that you no longer react to people when you sit in your truth. And that's the 40s for me. The 40s, I knew that it was going to be that because thankfully I got all the answers. Like all the answers that I had for God, everything that I wanted God. Like I had so many answers, so many questions, and I didn't have the answers in my 30s, especially in my early 30s. And I feel like the late 30s brought about those answers. And now I feel grown. Now I feel like I don't gotta, like, I don't have to argue. I don't have to be aggressive. I don't have to feel weird. I live my life. You know, I know what I'm doing. I'm very assertive, but I'm not aggressive. But there is an interesting place in Indonesia, namely the place in Papua and for the tribe, it is the same as Africa with Melanesian skin, I think. Oh, I'm gonna research. I'm gonna research when we are done here. I'm gonna research online. I'm loving this live because I'm really taking it like a sign from the gods because I really want to travel and like just have other people around me be rich in my life. Like even when I tell you guys that, oh, I want to be rich, I want to be rich, but I want to be rich in culture. I want to be rich in knowledge. I want to be rich in experiences. I don't want to live a boring life where it's kind of like you never experience another culture. You never speak to someone from another race, religion. Like you always with the same people doing the same thing, but it's kind of like there's a whole world outside waiting for you. You know what I mean? And also I really want to bring about my culture to others, especially with this page. That's what I'm gonna start to do. So okay, yeah. So and are you from Haiti? Yes, Ryan. I am from Haiti. Yes, this is where I am. Also, I'm in Haiti, and I am from Haiti. Yeah. So, so I want to start doing a lot more to show you my country. There's a lot going on that for 2025. It's gonna be a good year for this channel for myself. I feel good. Yeah, we went through whatever we went through, but I'm alive. I'm not dead, thankfully. And I have, I'm mentally I'm okay. In the beginning year I wasn't okay. In the beginning year I wasn't really okay, but now I feel excited. I know 2025 is gonna be the bomb year. Trust me, 2025 is gonna be, oh my god, woof. But for those of you who are here and who's going to come back, 2025 is going to be a good year only if you did the work. Only if you did the work. If you didn't do the work, it's going to be a crappy year for you because it's all about the choices that you took. For example, me coming back to Haiti, I understood certain things. It's all about the choices, guys. All about choices that you're taking for your life. And as long as you feel like you're taking choices that is for you, kill the noise, kill the outside noise. Like I'm from a culture where it's like these people can't shut up. Like when I think about youth, even when I was in my 20s, when it was time for me to pick a study, so many people tell you study this, study that, do this, do that. No, 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 no. It's like too much noise. Shh. So you have to learn how to shut the noise to hear your heart and to go with your heart. I really feel at home here because your face is a bit like Michael Jackson, reminding me of his memorable music. Oh, love you, beauty. Thank you, Ryan. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. I grew up. I was obsessed with Michael Jackson. Like obsessed. I'm talking about obsessed with Michael. Him and Janet. Legit. When I used to go inside the shower, I felt twice trying to do the moves. Baby, Janet and Michael Jackson. Still, if you follow me on Instagram on the youth agency, I'm always posting Janet. Like, that's my muse. These were the days. Thank you for you to say that. Today is gonna be a good day for you to say that. I remind you of Michael. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. Michael Jackson, the iconic Michael Jackson. I even remember when Michael died. I was here in Haiti. I was in the salon. I went to Grimilda Salon in Port-au-Prince. It was me and my cousin Carlene. And then the salon had a lot of TVs, and they just stopped everything and they gave a breaking news. Michael Jackson had died. And I remember the lady was doing my nails, and I just got up and I said I didn't want to be there, and I started to cry, and I was crying. I'm so dramatic. I'm so dramatic. I started to cry. I was crying uncontrollably, but it's because Michael Jackson was my childhood everything. Like I grew up. It was Michael. It was Janet. There was Celine Dion. Who again? Michael, Janet, and I remember Princess Diana. Her death. Like so many people shaped me, really. But really, these people, like those pop stars, I used to watch, listen to Michael. Like, ooh, may he rest in peace and everything. I remember vacationing in the United States, and my aunt Fifi, who's dead, my aunt Fifi loved Prince. I didn't start to get familiar with Prince and his music until I was really old, like recently. But Michael Jackson was the guy that I used to watch and listen to, but I didn't really start to get familiarized and learn about Prince until he died, you know? And Prince was also another iconic. There's that other woman who died recently. She's not recently, Amy Winehouse. Oh, that's another one that I love. Amy Winehouse, she died. And I think all of these guys died of substance abuse. Amy Winehouse, if you don't listen to her songs, check her out. Great artist, great artist. But the reality with artists, creative people, is that a lot of time we are lonely people. Artists are really lonely people. Like a lot of artists are lonely people. And Michael Jackson, the Jackson, they had a rough childhood, almost no childhood. Almost no childhood. I think that's enough for now. See you on another occasion. I want to sleep because this morning I will go to the office to work. And in Indonesia, it is now 3:49 a.m. Friday. Oh, thank you, baby. I'm going to log off as well. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful night. God bless you. And may you have a excellent day at work today. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you for being here. I love when people come through and they're from like other countries and they tell me what time is it. Thank you so much. Yes. So Michael Jackson, thanks a lot, wonderful. Have a beautiful evening. Have a beautiful day. So Michael Jackson, God bless you too, babe. God bless you too, my love. All the love from Haiti. God bless you, babe. So Michael was there. These kids didn't have any childhood. Their father was strict. Like I don't even feel like I want to talk about that. Michael Jackson had no childhood at all. Him and Janet. And it brings me back to someone that I was listening to on live earlier as I was getting myself ready to be here with you guys. And I think he said it jokingly. I don't know if you guys watch the tarot guy. He's so funny. I watch him. So I was watching his live, and he was saying, I think it was jokingly. He was saying how if he had children, he would get all of his kids in showbiz because that's what he wanted to do when he was a kid. He wanted to be in show business, and he was saying that him being on YouTube, he feels like it's kind of like a showbiz, which I agree as well. But I think, like I said, I think he said it jokingly. But show business kills a child. Like even when you guys like, that's one thing. You guys don't know anything about my family. You guys don't know anything about my family. You guys don't know anything about my personal life because I differentiate because I want to be online. I want to do things with you guys. Like I want to be doing the most. But my family members are not like that. And you have to respect that, right? You don't want to force people to do that, right? You gotta respect that. Time out for people. You gotta respect that. So when you think about because this is the problem with show business and I would never, and even with the TikTok, I see a lot of kids on TikTok and some of them I support, some of them they have great talent and I share. But you always have to make sure that, like, let's say something like TikTok. If you are putting your children on TikTok, they have a talent and you kind of want to create a TikTok for them. I would, if I had a child who was extremely talented and who wanted to be, because the child has got to want to be online. Some kids don't want to be online. Some kids, they don't care for that, right? They're not like, that's not their personality. You could have a child that is extremely talented. However, that child doesn't want to be online. And you have to be okay with that and you have to respect that. The problem starts when the money starts to come. So now it feels like that kid is working because now it feels like even when the child does not want to do certain things, you are pressuring the child. You are pushing the child. You are telling the child, no, you have to do this because now it's like you are invested. You're looking at it like that's a career. You're looking at it like I'm pushing you. And it shouldn't be like that. This is where it's bad, it's terrible. It's just like you crushing your child's dream. you know my mother really invested in all of us. Like, one of the things, like, why I'm so creative, I loved it. All of us, we did it. Like, my older sister went to piano lesson, dance lesson. My brother went to school and everything. My younger, we all did it. But personality wise, right, personality wise, I took onto it. Probably, like, as a Libra, that trait and that characteristic I took on very, very well to the creative. This is why, even when you see that I do a lot of academics, I could do politics, I could do certain things, but there's still like a flow of creativity in me, right? Someone like myself, if you had a child like me, you could, for example, maybe if my parents were not in Haiti, I'm pretty sure my mother would have definitely supported a much more creative, like, probably invested in that side of me, because my mother, she invests in everything. She's not only about strictly academic, right? But it has to be that the child is having fun, right? It can't be that you're forcing your child to dance will be oh no, we're not doing that. No. Even when you kind of like are thinking about hobbies for your kids, you got to go with what they like. A lot of parents, it's like, I hated piano. I didn't like, who, it was so bad. My younger sister was worse. Woo, I didn't like piano. I don't know why. I felt like I couldn't read the notes. And oh my God, it was so hard for me. And we took piano with this guy that my mother hired, and Mr. Fritz. And it was like we didn't like him. My sister was even worse. Like, she just would not want the man to touch her. She was a big brat. But we didn't take it seriously. My older sister took piano seriously, and she plays the piano really well. And now I regret. I do regret, especially when I think about Alicia Keys, and I just regret. Like, sometimes that's why it's like give and take. You should push your children to study something and kind of be strict with them, because later on in life they may feel like, damn, like, I really wish that I had done something. So you got to push them. Whereas with dance, which I love dance, I've danced since I was like 4 years old, and I love dance. I love dance. I love hair stuff. But I wish that I had studied an instrument, like maybe flute. I did flute when I was in school in Haiti. When I went to the Catholic school, we did flute. But takukunya, I feel like I get that from étudier piano, you know. But I would love. It's so elegant, like. It's so like ooh, I wish I had stuck with it and studied piano. Piano is elegant. I love piano. Flute, So yeah, going back to what showbiz and kids are a big investment, man. If you have kids, I don't. I feel like I want to have kids. Like, yeah, I think but it's a big investment. Kids, having kids, my parents, even when I fight with them, they spend a lot. You spend a lot of money with kids. Like, you can't just have kids and have kids and not do anything with your kids. You gotta, like, there's books, there's this, then that. But just thinking about the way that I was raised with the internet, I don't know, like, unless you're really from a certain type class of people, you still have people like that. I still follow. You still have people who are very much into making sure that their children have the best in terms of like what the world. But for the most part, a lot of people just they just give their kids a phone, give you a tablet. They don't read. The kids are not reading. The kids are not in the best of school. You got parents who don't even know what the schools are doing with these kids, and it's like, oh my god, it's bad. It's really bad. That talks about the society that you have. For example, when I'm online, I research when I see a new school in Port-au-Prince. I research. I sit there and I research about what that school is doing, the program that the school has there. The do like really nitty gritty. I should really be someone who sits in a board of education government here in Port-au-Prince because if you have me in one of those board, ooh, this schools would be short because I'm that person. Like I want to see what you're doing, what is the curriculum, who are the teachers, are the teachers qualified, all of that. It makes a difference. Everybody want to do everything, and it's like they're not qualified, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, and it's like no, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. So when you are, raising your kids, look into what they are naturally invested in, right? Don't force them to do something in terms of hobbies. Kind of figure them out, see what they like before, and invest in extracurricular activities. Like, c'est pas simplement pour payer pour tout le monde aller l'école. Like, no, school is not everything. You gotta invest, right? Invest in seeing, okay, what can I let me see what you got going on. Like, a lot of you don't want to spend for your kid, but then you get so envious when you see people investing in their kids. Me, when we have our kid, my boy and I, it's gonna be an investment because I want my child to do a lot. Like, I want my child to play sports. I want my child to do boxing. I want my child to read. I want my child to do like horse riding. I want you to every summer. Like, I'm gonna be that mom, okay? I'm not gonna be a boring mom. I'm not gonna be a lazy mom. Okay. I'm gonna be a mom who's going to make sure that you have the best. I'm gonna be traveling. We're not gonna be doing even if you don't want to be in school or in class, it's okay. We don't have to do the classroom setup. Like I told you, I follow the Scroller family. You guys have to check that family out. If you want a different lifestyle, if you are thinking about doing things that are more fun with your kids, follow them because I'm not gonna. Even with me, like I didn't have a boring childhood. Mm-mm. We didn't. It was fully equipped. We had everything. My life is boring now. My goodness. But guys, I'm gonna let you go. It's 1 hour 30 minutes. I want to make some TikTok videos. If you are not following me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I have a TikTok, Miss Daisylove83. That's where I do all my creative little dance and stuff like that. I'm gonna like do a lot more as of next year with that. And I am going to read this book. Thank you so much for the beautiful lady who was here with me and who we talk about that. So I will be reading this book and coming here, and we are going to be doing a live review of that book probably in another week or so. And also, don't forget to read this book. Hello from California, Daisy. I just joined your live. Before you go, can you speak on what's going on in Port-au-Prince now? Oh my God. My love. Thank you so much for being here. Hello from Cali, the beautiful Cali. Well, I'm going to really hate to do this to you, but if you are interested in really understanding what went down in Haiti, the live that I do, I try to tell people that all of Haiti isn't in chaos. Only one department. People think all sorts of crazy stuff that I know isn't true. Well, you are partially right. Port-au-Prince, this is where I am, this is where I reside, is definitely getting the heat of the moment. And most definitely, you are right. There are a lot of parts of this country that people are at peace. I was just saying that people are just not living the chaos that Port-au-Prince has. However, what I like to caution people about this whole that it's not the whole country is that the situation is affecting the entire country because we don't have any routes. So the gangs are literally placed in different parts of transport, and it's affecting the commerce. It's affecting, for people to come. For example, grocery shopping in Port-au-Prince is ridiculous as hell. It's ridiculous as hell because people can't really, the sellers can't come from the countryside to come here. As far as like what's going on here, my love, I hate to do this to you, but do watch the last live that I did. I really spoke on that. Is the live right before that one. I talk a lot, especially about the shutdown that just happened. If you want more in depth, you can follow me on my working page. I have a working page. It's DL Consulting Firm 83, and I go into a lot of the in depths. So you could really listen to those videos, and then you could have a better idea and share with the people that are very skepticism about Haiti. Thank you for giving us the real that we don't get on the news here in the United States. I will watch the last live for further info. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, it's important. This is one of the reasons that I always do my best to make it a point, especially when Haiti has chaos, to do live discussions so that I give you my perspective on the truth, because the truth is always like in the in between. It's never what you hear. For example, the gangs have stopped. They've stopped. I think the last time we were live, if it wasn't last week, it was 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. And this was right at the tip of everything that they did. And it's usually like that. And I actually figured out why they did so. And I told you guys that it is only a strategy and a tactic for people to sign the dotted line on the troops, the mission, the Kenyan, and all these other nonsense. And right now, of course, these guys, they're quiet because it's money involved. They don't have a lot. They don't have anything going on. They're not working. So it's easy for dirty politicians, foreign politicians to say, hey, this is the money that we got, shut down the streets, start shooting. And a bunch of kids, they don't have any directions. Going back to what I say to you, they don't have any directions. They don't know where to go. I'm actually really happy to let you guys in on that. I have finally started to work with organization, and 2025 is going to be a good year because I had stopped doing community work. It was so much. It was so much that you just need a break at times. Otherwise, you feel like you're literally suffocating. And not only was it so much, but I also didn't. First of all, the youth agency, if you guys didn't know, it's not a nonprofit. And I literally switched up the program of the youth agency from being community driven to strictly focus on entrepreneurship. However, I have the expertise. I have good, extreme, like lengthy expertise on the nonprofit world. So I still felt like, okay, well, I want to put my expertise there for people who are either have a nonprofit that they want to work with in Haiti, or for people who feel like, okay, I have a nonprofit, I want to come to Haiti, how, or individuals. So that's why I said, okay, I was going to do consulting for projects. But I started to work with those individuals, and first and foremost, I just felt like they resonated with my heart, right? And their organization is at the stage that I love, because if you didn't know, I love groundwork, which is when an organization is taking off. So they're literally taking off. And I've been working with the president of the organization, and they have good, right now we're all like, I'm still, doing consulting with them, but I'm proposing project and programs. So it's gonna be good. I'm proposing programs to the president that I know the country is going to love, right? And I can't wait to present that organization to you. Bonjour, mon amour. Oh my God, I need to leave, guys. Don't come, don't come. I'm logging off. I'm logging off. I gotta log off. It's 1:34. I gotta do my TikTok. um so yeah, so I can't wait for that organization to really take off in the matter that I know that it can take off, and to actually start presenting you with the work that they are going to be doing here in Port-au-Prince. And it made me like last night, 2 nights ago, I kept writing to this bonjour ma belle, bonjour mon amour. Je m'en vais, je vais pas trop rester. So, merci de passer, mais je vais pas rester. Je m'apprête à partir parce que je dois faire des vidéos pour TikTok. Okay? So, yeah, guys. So, like I said to you, follow me on all my social media, and I will be live with you guys next week. I'll come live once a week with you guys. Don't forget, get those books. Movement of Karma by Don Clitandre. Excellent. Ooh, if you are a reader, you're gonna love this. And then get this: Eat, Pray, Love, Elizabeth Gilbert. And I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna come on live, and we're gonna do a live discussion of that book. Thank you so much for everybody who came. Thank you so much for everybody who showed up. Eat, Pray, Love was excellent. Yes, excellent. I was talking to, I had, you guys are making me say, I had a person who came on the live, and she was talking about, books. And I ended up telling her about that book, and I went inside to get it. And that gave me the idea to reread it. So I'm going to reread this book, and I'm probably going to come on live, and I'm going to do a live discussion on that book. I love it. It's a great book. I know you read it, it's a great book. And then for stands, EL stands, get this. If you are a reader, if you are interested, this is also an excellent book. It's called Movement of Karma, and it's by Don Clitande. Merci, ma chérie. De rien. I just finished Sky Full of Elephants. That was one of the best book I've read in a while. Really? Is it Elizabeth Gilbert? Who's the author? Sky. I'm gonna check Movement of Karma ASAP. Good. Yes, you're gonna love this. Who's the author from Sky Full of Elephant? Is it Gilbert? Is Gilbert the author? I'm gonna start buying more books. I haven't purchased books in years. Sable Kimball is the author of Sky Full of Elephants. I'm gonna check it out. What does it talk about? Sky Full of Elephant, if you don't mind. What does it talk about? I want to get. I don't know if you read Sister Soldier, but she has a new book out. It's the sequence for From the Coldest Winter Ever, and I want to get it. Like, I just cannot wait to pick up her recent book. And I also want to check out, I don't know if you guys follow her. Her name is Toya Wright. She is, how would I describe Toya? She's more American. She is a writer. She's written a few books. I follow her here on YouTube, her and her daughter. I follow them. I know that they've both written a book together. It's like You Just Don't Get It. I kind of want to read that book. It's a book about mothers and daughters, and this was probably around the time. Je me suis abonnée pour la prochaine fois, ma belle. Merci, merci bien, merci. So You Just Don't Get It. It's a book about their both perception, like her being the mother and her daughter being a teenage girl. So I want to get that book from her, just to see her writing style, just to see how she writes. Hello, glad to see you again. Hello, my love. Please continue to be active on YouTube. I will try, boo. I will try. I know you guys like when I come to YouTube, and I do like to come to YouTube. But I have a lot of work, so I have to schedule. Plus, now it's getting very dark, so I literally have to wake up like 7 o'clock, get ready. But thank you so much. I will continue to be live on YouTube, active on YouTube. Yeah, so I want to check her style of writing, right? It's all about when I read, I look for that because I'm a writer myself. I enjoy writing, and I really, hopefully, I want to be considered like a professional writer, like a good writer. So I don't want to read from authors that don't write good. You got so many authors, they don't know how to write. They don't write. You right? They don't write English well. And no, if you're gonna write a book, write well. So yeah, But guys, I'm gonna get ready to log off. It's probably gonna get 4. The dogs are gonna start to do the most, and I want to do like a couple of like YouTube video, TikTok videos. I want to thank everyone who stopped by. I will be here next week with you guys, or maybe over the weekend, if I can. I was supposed to have a conversation series on Sunday. I really want you guys to be on my Instagram page, Youth Agency International HT. I do share the lives once I'm done. I do share over here as well. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much for being here. So do follow me on the youth agency. This is how you can get connected with me. This is how you can, be on the loops of what I do, work that I do. I have my consultation. I have the youth agency. And thank you for being here with me. Youth Agency International, HC on Instagram. Consultation, DL Consulting Firm 83, both on Instagram as well as here on YouTube. This is where I'm at. TikTok, Miss Daisylove83, as well as DL Consulting Firm. There goes the dog, okay?